Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how to set up some tracking so that we can show people that viewed the Facebook ad and then later went on to make a Google search and land on the website. And I'll just show you the process to do it. So what we're going to see is there's really only two steps to setting up this tracking inside of your ads manager so that you can actually see how it works out. And so the first thing we're going to want to do, notice that I'm in the ads manager right now. You're going to want to click this hamburger menu right here. And then we're going to go to our events manager, right? And so the events manager is going to take us to a place where, we can handle our pixel. And that's exactly where we want to be because on this left-hand side here, we're going to click custom conversions. And inside of custom conversions, what we're going to want to do is create a new custom conversion. The first thing you're going to want to do is name it. I'm going to call this Google traffic because that's what it is. You can give it a description. And so I'll say this is traffic that came to the website from Google after viewing an ad, right? You're going to make sure that you selected that correct pixel right there, and you're going to leave this at all URL traffic. And the reason why is because if we segment it, if we limit this, then the pixel won't actually be able to fire and look for people all across the website everywhere that this pixel is deployed. So we want to be able to select people from all over the website and not just like specific pages or specific events. We're not going to worry with the standard event for optimization for this one. But when we get down here to rules, it's where it really gets interesting, right? Because we have two options. You have URL and referring domain. And so I'm going to quickly show you what both look like. On URL, I love to use URL because sometimes when we're running campaigns on Google, if we're running paid Google or we're running Pinterest or we're running TikTok or we're running programmatic, right? Like we use UTM parameters. And so a lot of times it'll be like UTM campaign equals Google, well, I spelled campaign wrong, equals Google search, right? And so then I'd be able to look inside of that UTM parameter inside of our URL when traffic makes it to the website, and we'd be looking for Google search, or if this was UTM campaign medium and it's CPC, uh, we'd be able to really look at those UTM parameters in that URL bar, and that's how we'd be able to filter the traffic. So this would allow us to filter out only paid Google traffic and not organic traffic like we're going to see in this next example. If we were to, for example, use referring domain and we wanted to just use Google as our keyword, this would pull in traffic from all Google properties. This includes organic, this includes Google Shopping, and any other Google properties that might be across the internet. It's not just paid. And so the reason I tend to prefer URL is because it allows me a little bit more flexibility, it allows me a little bit more control so that I can see specifically this was coming from paid. But since we already got referring domain here, let's leave it as referring domain, and then we'll just create this. Boom, bam, bop. And so you'll notice we got this Google traffic here. It's inactive because it hasn't received any events yet. And so next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to navigate back to that ads manager to finish up this process. And so you're going to see good morning, David. We're, we're happy to see you. And then we're going to click our campaigns right here. And so the next thing you're going to do is just, this is step two. We're going to come here and we're going to customize our columns. And the first thing I want to do is I want to create a go to Google metric, right? And the reason I create this one first is because after after you add some things, it tends to reset what you've already put in your columns. And so I just find it's most efficient to set up the custom metric first and then add all of my columns. And so what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to come here and we're going to want to say Google traffic. We want to know Google traffic divided by impressions. And so this is going to tell us how many people, right, of the total number of impressions, how many people came through from Google. And so that's Google traffic divided by impressions. We're going to set this not to numeric, but to percentage because we do want it as a percent. And we're going to create that metric. Boom. And so now the last step is to set up your columns on this side. And so for the sake of keeping this thing simple, we're just going to delete all of these columns. Boop, 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 boop. And then we're going to search for Google on this side. We'll say total, which is our Google traffic. Then we'll come up here. It looks like I got this up here twice. So we're just gonna let's do it. Boom. And so now we can click apply, and you'll notice, well, I didn't do that right. We're gonna also save this as a preset down here, just so that you can quickly get back to it. And I'll just name it Google Traffic. Boom. And so now, right, when the data starts to come in, we'll be able to see the Google traffic right here. We'll be able to see the Google rate, but we're not done yet because we want to see the people that came in after we viewed an ad. We're going to want to compare attribution settings, and we're going to want to see this 1-day view. These are click-through conversions. You can already see those because those will tend to be a little bit closer to last click, if not directly last click. But right here, we're looking at this 1-day view because that is a view through, and voila. And so now you'll be able to see the number of people that landed on Google after viewing your ad right here. And so now I will show you what it looks like in the wild. And so if we come here and we change our columns, what we can see here is we can see the Google traffic by attribution setting right there. Boom, we see that 218 people came from this campaign, right? Or 533 people navigated to Google this month after seeing this campaign. And so it's just a really cool way of looking at how many people are actually viewing your ad and then going to Google and clicking through to your website after viewing your ad.